Hi, my name is Autumn Cleveland, and I'm in town for the Junior Nationals here in Illinois at the USA Gym. I've actually never had feedback from the judges on my back, but I love my back, and I think it's a strong point. It is an area that, in figure, I don't believe it needs to be as detailed or as dense. However, you do have to create that silhouette, and so for me, I want to make sure that I have a dominant V-taper from all angles. So even in my front pose, my relaxed presentation poses, my side poses, my concentration is to make sure that I'm filled out through the lower lats and the upper lats, and not so focused on trap detail. That's always been an obstacle for me, so I really try to keep traps out of it. I don't train them, but they keep growing, so my focus is to create width to give me some dimension to my physique. So when I train back, I prefer more definitely heavy lifting. I usually start with whatever my weakest point is as the first exercise. So if I have weak low lats, that's the first thing that I'll target in my workout. And then I'll sort of work my way up and outward because I happen to have a little more upper back detail, so I kind of leave that toward the end when I'm a little more fatigued and save my energy for the points that I need to bring up the most. So a lot of complex movements, focusing more on the full range of motion for all back movements, working from the outer, middle, and then inner, and then also from top to bottom. So the main thing with back training is to hit from all angles and a variety of movements. I like low cable rows. I have been experimenting more with single arm versus unilateral versus bilateral, and so also the extension where if you can turn the pinky up and get that full rotation, and then when I come back get that entire squeeze and even just a little bit of rotation to bring the low lats in and to bring more to the center of my back. Anything closer grip as opposed to wider grip for me. That's where I feel it most. Back width this year, I've actually been, for a long time I limited my range of motion, and I didn't realize how much I was limiting myself until I realized my back wasn't as wide. So specifically bringing in more of an arch movement in any of my, if I do a lat pull down, I'm pushing my chest up. If I'm doing a row, I'm pushing my chest forward to get that expansion. Because it's not just your lats, it's also how they connect with other muscles and how they're used antagonistically and with your agonist muscles. So that's why I try to use the full spectrum to really widen and stretch forward. And then when I come back to make sure I get that concentrated squeeze. So just going through the entire range and giving it that extra stretch of an inch or two under a load has made a difference for me in the last year or so. I love everything about bodybuilding. I could talk all day about what I love about bodybuilding. Physically, what it does for me is it challenges me. I've been doing this for 13 years, and I'm still finding my abilities and my potential. Each time I think I can't, I push for one or two more, and I surprise myself, and that's every week. So that's the fun part, is every single week I get better and better. I'd say emotionally, it serves as an outlet, but it also is very empowering for me. I've always been small and picked on when I was younger, and so this is where I feel powerful and strong. And mentally, bodybuilding has taught me so many lessons that transfer into all other areas of my life. Not just the discipline, but if I set small goals through fitness, that only shows me what I'm able to do, and that helps me with all other goals in my life. My business goals, my relationship goals, just being a better person and continuing to grow. Integrity, you have to do the right thing when no one's watching in bodybuilding, and that teaches me very much to stay on course with the rest of my life. And so it bleeds into all areas. And the community for this sport is just unbelievable. You can go anywhere in the country and meet people who you've looked up to for years, and you never know who you're inspiring either. So it's a nice ripple effect of positive motivation, and you never know who you're going to affect. Yeah. Okay, cool. My name is Autumn Cleveland, and I'm here at USA Gym in Chicago. We're not in Chicago, are we? Where are we? Okay. Is this